All right, we are back. We are at the NRA annual meetings in Atlanta, Georgia. I am with Mike Humphries, the Media Relations Manager from Springfield. And Mike, I haven't seen you in a long time. It's good to be with you here.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Well, it's awesome. And I specifically chose this particular interview because we're going to talk about the Kuna. And it's not the Kuna Matata. I've said it many times, but what happened was I ended up doing some research, and I wanted to know how you came up with the name Kuna. And I know that it is a European pine marten that's a fierce fighter, but it goes so much farther than that in what it means to the Croatian people.
It does. And what I like to point out to people is that it's basically the European pine marten is like this nasty little Wolverine thing. It's aggressive, it's strong, it's powerful, and it's very significant to Croatian culture. As a little background, this gun is manufactured by our partner, HS Product, in Croatia. So we want to give it a distinctive name instead of some alphanumeric name that would just wouldn't stick in your brain. Kuna, everybody wants to know what it means. Well, the Kuna animal is on it's their national animal. It's on their money.
It's on their currency.
It's on their currency.
That's how important it is.
And it's also, they've had special military units named after it. So
awesome.
A lot of significance. So it's just sort of in recognition of that part of the Croatian heritage and culture that we called it that. And it also makes for an interesting conversation topic.
Well, I'll tell you what. The name threw me off at first. Then I shot it. Then I had to know what does Kuna mean. So I looked it up. I started looking at all the information online. And it made so much sense to me, Mike. It is amazing. This gun is the coolest thing of the year. There's not a doubt in my mind. We're going to have a video. We're going to show it. It's amazing. So tell me about it, and then I'll tell you what I think, too.
All right. I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to agree. I'm a little biased. I really like this gun. I'm very happy to hear you had the same reaction to it that I did. Basically we're calling it a PDW style 9mm pistol.
Which stands for personal defense weapon.
And it's basically, most of the guns in this category are straight blowback, direct blowback guns. So you have a big heavy bolt.
Hard recoiling.
Heavy
to keep
recoil
on target.
springs. As soon as you shot that gun, I think you mentioned, you shot it, you fell in love with it. This has a roller delayed blowback system. So basically you can have a much more slim, svelte, petite gun because the operating system is so much
Everything
smaller.
is right here.
Mm-hmm. And that translates over immediately as soon as you pull the trigger. That was your experience with it, wasn't it?
100%. And it keeps it light. I mean, it's a slender, slight little thing.
It is. Like a European pine marten.
It is, and it is a fierce fighter. So let's talk about a couple of ways it got lightened. Number one, we've got a polymer lower.
We do.
Polymer lower, and then we've got a metal upper. Now, I don't know what the metal is, but it's a fully monolithic metal upper, so all our moving parts, all our important things are happening inside that metal housing.
You're correct. It is hard-coat anodized aluminum for lightweight. It is monolithic, has the integrated rail. Let's be sure to talk about the cool sights on it, too, when we get to there.
Oh, that's a
nice little surprise, isn't it?
Listen, if you haven't watched any of the dozens of videos from the launch of this gun, you must live in a cave or you don't have the internet. But I mean, everybody's going to cover it differently. I looked at all the things I liked, and there's nothing I don't like, I have to tell you.
Oh, well, I love hearing that. Again, I agree with you completely. I'm a little biased, so I'm very glad to hear this. We talked about the lower, the polymer lower, completely polymer. For lightweight, it has an AR pattern pistol grip with adaptive grip texture, like on the Hellcat.
In all the right places, too, like on your, it's fully ambidextrous.
Fully ambidextrous controls
and
as
so
well.
All your controls have that adaptive grip texturing. So we can change the grip because it's an AR pattern. But why would I change it? Because this is the best grip texturing I've felt on any manufactured handgun.
I'm glad to hear you say that. I tell everyone I've told, I said, be sure to be aware that you can swap that out. No one wants to. Everyone likes that grip with the adaptive grip texture on it.
It's perfect, and I love how you've got it up here so we can run it short. A couple things that I'll bring out right away, and we're going to turn this orientation for a second, fellas. I know that Benjamin's trying to follow us here so we can keep tight on it. Okay, so we've got a self-folding charging handle that is non-reciprocating because, number one, first thing, as soon as I saw where I want to put my hand, is this thing going to move when I fire it?
Yeah, you do not want that. You're going to have pain or malfunctions or both if it's reciprocating.
It is so fantastic. I love it. And we can swap that out, too, because if you're used to rolling it over and swap, as a right-hander, left-hander, anything you want.
It is. And you mentioned the fully ambi controls. We have an ambi safety, we have an ambi bolt release, we have an ambi mag release, and this is fully reversible, like you said. So this gun is fully ambi.
At what point are we going to want to show? I think we're going to save a little bit left. How about we show that video, Michael? And we'll go to that. We'll see what my reactions were on the range, the things I said, and then we'll try to cover anything that I screwed up or I forgot.
I'm sure there's nothing there, but we can cover anything you want to after this. But I'm curious to see this as well.
Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. All right, fellas, I'm out on the range with the Kuna. I have to admit, I had to shoot it before the camera started rolling because this is a roller delayed blowback system, supposed to be soft shooting. I proved two things. One is it's definitely soft shooting. The other is it's super accurate. I was just standing in the back firing at the steel targets. I could not miss with this gun, and that's cool out of the box. So there's a lot of really cool features. Of course, when I picked it up, before I read anything about it, I want to know if the charging handle was reciprocating. It's not. I like that it's spring-loaded. It folds up. The adaptive grip texture that Springfield has been putting on their guns is cool, and it is in all the right places. So it's a pistol, folding stock, of course, right? So I'm going to shoot it from the shoulder. Guys, are you really sending this out with 3 mags? Because we got 3 mags. Because 3 mags. Now, they're proprietary mags, but it's a PDW. I haven't seen anybody make a personal defense weapon that doesn't have proprietary mags. These seem a lot nicer than most I've seen. If there's something I can swap them out with, please answer that question. So, seat, tug, ambidextrous controls. I have to, there we go. I should have locked it to the rear so I could have pushed the button, guys, but fully ambidextrous controls. I dig it. So when I shoot it from the shoulder, I want to use these flip ups, and I'll show you something else cool. So I pull it in here. I mean, look at that. I know you can see those hits down there. That means it's definitely soft shooting. It's fast. The trigger's great. Good job on the trigger. Let's do this because this is fun. So it has, when you fold the sights down, you can see those pistol sights. So, if you want to shoot it like this, let's take a headshot. There we go. How about another one? I mean, stacking them up. Let's go fast. I mean, all hits. This thing is really cool. The big Kahuna, but I guess it's just the big Kuna, and it's not really that big. It's actually kind of small. But you guys went into a roller delayed blowback. Why? I think it's cool as heck. I don't know that you even have to answer the question of why, because after shooting it, I definitely want one. Back to you guys in the studio. Well, apparently I forgot to do my hair on that day, and it was the first time I got to handle it, but I did shoot it before we rolled the cameras, and I shot it from 60 yards because I was like, well, let's just see if it does anything. I literally shot it like a pistol. I shot it from the shoulder. Unbelievable accuracy. I mean, I just threw some ammo in it. Mm-hmm. So I got it wrong on the magazines, right? We're shipping this with 2.
So yeah, basically we wanted to make sure that you had as much fun as possible in the range, so we threw in an extra magazine with it.
Oh my gosh. And I love, so tell me about the mags. Of course, I said it's a proprietary magazine. Am I correct?
You are correct. And
okay. How can it not be, really? to do your own thing. Go
So
ahead.
let me tell you our reasoning on it, and I think there's some strings to it. And there's a point about it that I want to give that's
I don't think there's any strings. It makes total sense to me, but go ahead and explain.
We wanted a magazine that we knew would work with this gun instead of trying to retroactively build something around a predetermined design. If we took control of the design of the magazine, we could control the materials, we could control the design. That's how we get that cool translucent material. That's how we get the 100% functioning that we get. Now, we knew that if we gave you an MSRP of $60 a magazine, that's a deal killer. So we're putting an MSRP of $25 a magazine on these.
Holy cow.
That's an impulse buy.
And I'm going to tell you, anybody that's watching, this is great. It's easy top load. They snap in just like most PDW magazines do. Snaps in, easy to load all the way up. Didn't have any problems with them. They are tough.
They are.
So you guys got some secret sauce, don't you?
We do.
I know you don't want to talk about it.
No, they're just awesome. But, you've got the round count on them. You have the steel reinforced feed lips.
Yeah, we got metal feed lips.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a gun that you could load this up and keep this loaded for as long as you want to, as long as you probably need to, and not have to worry about anything with that.
And as you learned, when you shoot it, you're going to hit everything you're aiming at.
Oh, my. Hammer forged barrel, which I love, cold hammer forged barrel, is fantastic to me because there are no imperfections in the barrel unless there's something wrong with the mold, which there isn't, which is the mandrel that goes down that tube before they hammer forge that. Man, you are hardening that steel. You are beating it together. There is no break-in. And then you got a nice melanite finish on it, which means that it's going to stay that way forever.
As much as I know people who buy this are going to take it out on the range and shoot it a lot because it's so irresistible, that finish is going to hold up. This gun's going to look brand new for a very long time.
Well, this is definitely a gun that everybody's going to say, you want to shoot it? You're at the shooting range. Hey, is that new Kuna? Yeah, you want to shoot it? I mean, why wouldn't you? You got to supply your own ammo, though.
Yes, because it goes fast.
Because you're going to burn through mags. So let's talk about, I talked about the folding stock. My cord keeps coming off my shoulder here, and I apologize for that. So Strike Industries, I love it. It's just a pull and a fold, and we're there.
Yep.
And then, so we've got that small, compact package. I mean, this thing gets tiny.
It's small.
This is a backpack gun for sure. I can't leave it like that so then if I don't have my hands right, it makes it a little harder, but this one's ready to go. So that's cool. So Strike Industries, it's cool that you partnered up with them. You can get it with or without, and you save about $150.
Yeah, that's another point I want to make. That is a strip of Picatinny rail on the back plate here. So we offer it for an MSRP of $9.99 with no brace. If you don't want one, or if you want to put your own on there, that's an option. For $11.49 MSRP, you get the Strike Industries brace, and it's a
If
nice
you don't
brace.
get it, if you don't get it with the brace, you're missing for very little. You're not losing anything. You're gaining a lot. Just get it with the brace. So let's talk about the sights because they are so cool. So we've got pistol sights on here. Now you guys have a red dot on it, and I appreciate that, but there's absolutely no need for it because the pistol sights are too low to shoot it from a cheek weld or a shoulder type of position. But boom, these guys flip right up.
And they are nice sights.
Oh, my gosh. They're so fine. I mean, literally, headshots at 60 yards.
And windage and elevation adjustable.
That in and of itself. I mean, and no tool needed. No tool needed. So cool. So many great features. And, of course, the muzzle brake. I don't know that the muzzle brake does anything on a 9mm unless you're shooting some kind of hotter loads, which I'm shooting factory, and it might work. But it comes off.
It does. It's a really effective thread protector for that 1/2 by 28, so you can put your suppressor on there.
And that's the only thing I regret is that I did not unthread that and put a can on this and shoot it because, man, what fun that would be.
Well, so you've got to take it back out and you need to shoot another video
Get
with it.
And get some 147s, so I get some inherently subsonic action out of that 6-inch barrel. I'm wondering if we missed anything. I did mention in the video that I wasn't sure why you did roller blowback, but then I started doing some research, and I realized that it does reduce reciprocating mass, which in turn reduces recoil. Keeps you on target.
You have two advantages with that. It's more engineering, but what you get with it is you get a gun that's smaller and lighter, and simultaneously with that, you get a gun that's more controllable and has reduced recoil.
It's more fun to shoot. It's more fun. Even a regular blowback pistol caliber carbine with 9mm beats me up after a while. This gun is not going to beat you up. This is something you can put in, your family's hands. They're going to enjoy it. There have been so many cool things coming from Springfield lately. Of course, what was the last pistol that I can't remember the name of it right now?
Oh gosh! Since we release a new gun every 6 weeks, it's tough to say
the big polymer striker fire.
Oh, the Echelon.
The Echelon. Oh my gosh, the Echelon! Right away, I got to have one. I shoot that thing. I want to have it. This, I want to have it. I just can't. I just can't think of a cooler new gun on the market today. You guys do such great work. You've done so many great things. Is there anything else you want folks to know about Springfield and what's going on with the Kuna or anything?
Well, firstly, I don't think we're getting this gun back is my first instinct.
Well, you walked this one in, so you got to walk it back out. But there is one
back at
at the shop that I'm going to be saying, hey, I forget what her name is. I'm calling Katie or whatever her name is, Kathy, and saying, hey,
fair enough.
Can I get a price on that before we have to send it back?
No. Your reaction is the reaction that everyone has had who pulls the trigger on this gun. But
that's what we didn't talk about. The trigger. I mentioned it in the video, but my goodness, flat face trigger. It's just great. You don't need to replace it.
Yeah, we're trying to offer a complete package. We try to do this with all our guns. We try to offer you a complete package at a price that you couldn't do on your own if you tried to put parts together. Say it's like an AR build. You couldn't do this anyway because there are no other parts like this. But we offer an amazing deal with a fully kitted out gun that really you can modify if you want, but we don't think you generally need to.
You can't build this gun for that price. You can't find a more enjoyable gun to shoot for this price. I absolutely love it. Anybody, if you get a chance to get out there, go to your local gun range, rent one, but make sure that your wife's okay with the idea that you're probably going to buy it when you're done. Because that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. And just be sure to check out our website, springfield-armory.com, see what we have going on. We always have new products coming out. This is the latest flavor, but who knows what we'll be releasing in the next couple weeks, next couple months, next year or two.
Mike, you got to be proud of this one. Tell everybody to be proud of it. Thanks for coming down. Thanks for sharing it with everyone. And we look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you.
For more great gun content, subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. You can also watch the Gun Talk channels on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon. And of course, you can always find us at guntalk.com. Thanks for watching.